Yo, what's going on here for Moon Knight episode 4 review? And this whole episode has got me like, what the freak is going on? I don't know what's going on with this, and it's a lot of moving parts, but it's a good way that these parts are moving. Your head's got to be all over the place with this episode and really got to understand where everybody's trying to pull themselves in what direction. So, Brent, what are your thoughts?
Last episode, I pretty much said it all. I was out on Moon Knight. And then they pulled me back in, just to quote Godfather 3. This was a fantastic episode. It got long at parts when it needed to, but there was so much good exposition. There was so much good action. And then, of course, the big ending, which I'm going to really kind of let you hone in on. I don't know Moon Knight the way that you do. But this episode was definitely one to pull the fans who were on the edge about what this was back in. And I appreciate that. Marvel, I don't know why I doubt you at this point. I've been wrong so many times. Just take the floor.
Look, I definitely don't know Moon Knight as well as some of my counterparts. Shout out to my boy Devil of the Dynasty. He's a big Moon Knight fan, so he's the one who schools me on things involving Moon Knight. But definitely with this episode, a lot of people were wondering if we were going to get, another personality and stuff in here. And in a way, it kind of went in that direction, but not the way that you would expect it. So, again, you already know spoilers are here. So, getting into the episode, we're trying to see where everybody's headspace is at. Again, Mark's headspace is in one spot. Stevens is another spot, and even like she's in a different spot. Like she's just all messed up altogether. Especially going in towards the tomb scene, she's really trying to figure out where her loyalties lie due to what's going on, and that's actually a throwback to how he became Moon Knight, how Mark Spector became Moon Knight. He was there to stop what is presumably, her father, trying to stop, Raoul Bushman from killing her father. And then he ends up getting hurt, ends up at the temple, becomes the avatar for Moon Knight, gets his powers, and bam, there he is at it. So they're already kind of calling it and kind of setting it up to where his origin story is there and it's done. It's already happened. We don't have to rehash it, which I really like this. We're not hashing out the whole origin story all over again with anybody. It's just like I can reference it. If you're a comic fan, you understand it, and that's it. We can move on. But this also sets up the heroes to they've got to come to terms where right now they don't have Moon Knight's powers, but the DID is still there. They're still split and at odds with each other, trying to figure stuff out. So that just lends more to the character building that they've been going through, trying to really create a really cohesive character with these dual personalities. Now, this really gets good going into this final scene because it's a whole lot of back and forth, and we're not going to hash all the details of that because you saw it, you knew what happened. But in that final scene where everybody's going back and forth, we get the gunshot. Like, you don't shoot the main character. Me and Bro just talked about this. You don't shoot the main character without some real exposition behind it. And when this happened, it set up a whole different world. And this is really a gut punch right now to what's going on. What's real and what's not. That's what the realm that we're in right now. What's real and what's not. This puts Mark in what looks like an asylum of sorts. This is for that for
all white,
mentally ill. It's all white. A nice shout out to that Moon Knight action figure I saw in there. It's probably one of Hasbro's that's going to be released soon. I like that. but he's in there and he's trying to figure out what's going on. So now all the references are there throughout everything he's been through. So was it all a dream? Was it all in his head? Did he make it all up? What's going on? And as you go through the rest of this episode, you see all the references that lead to eventually him coming face to face with himself. And what do you do when you come face to face with yourself, like after being in your head for so long, stuff like that? I'm gonna hug myself too. Like
I love me. Somebody's got to come on.
Losing my mind and stuff like that, trying to understand what's going on. And freaking, it's like somebody here who the same things yes, you're mine, you're my people. And it just sets up for so much more that they can do. I don't know how they're gonna play out the rest of this episode. If it's gonna be like what's gonna happen, how is this gonna get set up?
I mean, it made everything better. The fact that they embrace each other after earlier on in the episodes, like, did you just kiss my wife? Yeah. It's like, what are you gonna do? Drown us now? Like, there was a lot of great personality things. Like Oscar Isaac really was just like, he sold this episode.
Oh, he's
100%. Like all of his reactions to when the mummy was like just jumping up. I'm like, I was like, I have my headphones on, so I don't wake up my significant other. I wanted to just grab the headphones and be like, nope, I am not a part of this. I do not aspire to be any part of this situation. Marvel did a fantastic job of selling everything that happened. But like as soon as Layla like got pulled into that gap, I'm like, what is happening here? But she proves why she's that girl. And Marvel's really doing a great job of showing dual personality and how they interact, because on one hand you got this geeky, sweet dork of a human being, and then on the other side you get this marine mercenary bounty hunter who's just like, I don't take crap from anybody. And you have to merge them together and have them all get along. And it's like they can find their own sweet spots, but I mean, it's going to be a strenuous relationship at first, and you're going to end up in a situation with a room all white eventually if you're sharing, this kind of a body. And then at the very end, just hello.
It's like, yeah, it's really good.
Who are you?
At the very end, that was Taweret. That's one of the Egyptian goddesses of fertility. So, hey, freaking. So I like hippo. Hippo's one of my favorite animals. Hippos are vicious when they want to be. You don't mess with a hippo, but it was cool seeing that kind of the reaction of them when they saw like, oh my god, I don't know how to respond to this, because you're already trying to figure out what's going on in your head, and you see something that grounds you, and then you turn around and you see this, and it's like you're back on 10 again. So this episode was great for the exposition. This definitely set up stuff going forward. I really want to see what else they come up with and how they pull it all together. So yeah, we just gotta kind of wait and see. I'm excited.
I was not looking forward to tonight, but then I saw the episode. Marvel, you sweet, sweet, beautiful sons of, well, you know what I'm trying to say here. Just click the watermark to see me admit I'm continuously wrong on everything concerning Marvel every single time. Loki was the only one I was 100% for, and I was happy about it.
Hey,
eventually, I won't be happy about that day. I'm done.
I got
nothing else to say.
Well, we're gonna continue to geek out about this and see these connections and stuff like that. So definitely, I'm all about Moon Knight having some connection or some reference to some point in possibly Doctor Strange or anything else going forward with Marvel properties. So just keep an eye on everything, and hey, it's Moon Knight, so you just got to watch for the light and see how things transpire. But that's all we got for this episode. So appreciate you tuning in and watching, and we will catch you in the next one. Later.